Hi, I'm Sarah Rodriguez with On the Radar. Horton heard a who, and his ears might be ringing right now with the news that he's about to make a comeback. Random House is publishing 4 Dr. Seuss stories on September 9th that haven't been seen since the 1950s when they first made their appearance in Redbook magazine, reports USA Today. A Massachusetts collector who previously helped the book's publisher exhume other long-forgotten Seuss tales is also the source of this new collection, entitled Horton and the Quuggerbug and More Lost Stories. The new tongue-twisting tales by Theodore Seuss Geisel, who died in 1991, feature our old friend Horton, an appearance by Marco, the subject of Seuss' first children's book, and To Think I Saw It on Mulberry Street, a slightly different Grinch than Whoville's villain. Though this one also thinks that everyone is a mindless consumer who can be manipulated, according to collector Charles Cohen via USA Today. For the most part, those magazines were tossed out, and the stories were largely forgotten, Cohen adds. A review in Publishers Weekly says the stories may not be gems, but they do show Geisel's honing his craft and characters. Pop makes some people paranoid, but Seattle residents weren't imagining that one particular cop was handing out more than his fair share of marijuana citations. A notice posted by the chief of police on the police department's website yesterday said an officer was reassigned after an internal review discovered he had penned out 66 out of 83 of the city's toking in public tickets in the first half of 2014, reports the AP. The department also recently revealed that homeless constituents received about 46% of public pot use tickets, while African Americans received 36%. Even though they only constitute 8% of the city's population, according to Como's News. The unnamed officer occasionally added his own personal statements to his tickets, noting that Washington's legalization law was silly, and even admitting that he flipped a coin on at least one occasion to figure out which citizen to crack down on for cannabis use. Adults are allowed to partake recreationally in the state, but not out in public. Some of the officer's notes were made out to Petey Holmes, a reference to City Attorney Peter Holmes, who also happens to be a legalization advocate, notes Como. I am personally very sorry that apparently a significant number of homeless individuals were inconvenienced by an officer's apparent attempt to get at me, Holmes said in a statement last night. It's a problem for the internet era, the wonky keyboard key. For one Redditor and Capital One customer, his wonky key was the number 2, which is part of his credit card number. Also unable to copy and paste the required 2 in the account field online, Maskawala complained to Capital One that he couldn't pay his bill. They weren't unsympathetic to the orange juice incident that felled the number 2 key. They sent him a brand new Apple keyboard with a kind note attached. We considered just getting you a new 2 key, but figured, why not get you the whole 9, wrote Capital One employee Adam. Fellow Redditors accused Maskawala of making up the story after he posted it, but Consumerist and Mashable verified it. The gesture was part of the company's policy to perform random acts of kindness for customers, the company says. And that's what's on the radar with Sarah Rodriguez.